Alright, it's Capital Group here, Rick Melero. Just want to share with you one of the projects that we were talking about earlier when we were looking at the numbers. When we first put this property into contract, it was one of our team members. One of the things that we did is we felt that at the price that we were getting it at the time, it was negotiated at $70,000. And based on our research of the market, we felt pretty comfortable with those numbers. But when we came to this property, and I'll show you in a minute when we walk through the house, we saw two big factors that really concerned us. Number one, pretty much throughout the entire ceiling, there seemed to be a wet spot, which appeared to be from a leak of some sort of the roof. Another issue we saw was that the AC unit seemed pretty dated, and there's a lot of, when you look through the vent systems, they were completely dirty. So what we decided to do was to actually renegotiate. So even though we have our own crew and our own staff and everybody understands kind of what we're doing, one of the additional things we decided to do in this scenario was to actually order a professional inspection, and we told the inspector specifically to look at 3 different items. With that inspection, we were then able to then provide it to the seller, and we negotiated another couple of $1,000s off the price, which ultimately was a great deal because we ended up buying the house for $67,500, and my repair cost for those items was less than $400. So it was a phenomenal negotiation in addition to the original negotiation. So basically what we did in this house is, again, as you'll see when you go throughout, we put new light fixtures throughout everywhere you go. We painted the entire house neutral colors to make it look more modern and a little bit more open. In the living area, we basically put laminate flooring because it's more popular these days. In every single room, we actually decided to actually put in some new lights with fans, and we kept them up high so that, again, it keeps that effect of it being a bigger room. When we first came to this house, there was a huge light that was coming all the way down, and it just gave this room such a smaller feel. So we wanted to open it up, make it look more bright, and as you can see, our crew's working on it right now. So let me just walk you through this side of the house first. If you come in here, basically what we're going to see here is 2 bedrooms. We're also going to see the bathroom, which is a common bathroom. So I want you to take a look at this. This bathroom, of course, as you can see, is, well, as you can see, still under construction. When we first bought it, if you look up here, there was actual damage from a leak that came from the roof. That was one of the elements that we used to negotiate. And if you come on this side and you go into the tub area, you'll also notice that up here, there was a lot of, there needed to be a repair done on it. It looks really terrible. So again, these were the items that we highlighted in our negotiation to reduce our price. Our repairs are very small. So what we're going to do in this particular one is actually put new shower heads, and basically we're going to redo this tub just to save money. We're going to put a new vanity up here. So instead of this regular vanity that you see here, we're actually going to put a new vanity, new toilet. We're going to retexture the ceiling, put new lights and a new fan, and of course some new lighting. And this bathroom is done, basically, once we're done. Okay, if you go in here, you'll see that we actually put in the bedrooms carpet. Again, back with the tan colors, neutral colors, same fan. It just gives it that complete look of a completed rehab. So this is kind of what we look to do. Now let's go to the actual kitchen. In the kitchen, one of the things that we decided we wanted to do is have a complete look of the kitchen from cutout. Because this is technically the dining space, let me turn on the light here, the light switches. One of the things that we decided to do as well here is, because of the fact that this is actually the dining area, you'll notice in this particular house, the dining area isn't necessarily the biggest. So one of the things we had to do is, instead of putting one of those huge lights that would come down, which is your traditional kitchen or your traditional dining space, we wanted to go as high as we could with several lights in order to create the effect that the room was even bigger than it really was. So that's one of the reasons why we chose this kind of lighting, to give ourselves that space where the table would normally go. Now, if you come in here, I want to show you the kitchen. The kitchen was built, in my opinion, by the builders in a kind of a very small kitchen for this kind of house. So one of the things that we decided we wanted to do is, we did like the cabinets that were in place. So we felt that they were nice enough cabinets, but at the same time, we decided that what we wanted to do to really make this pop for the values that we're looking at was by simply basically refacing the cabinets by painting them white, putting new hardware, and then ultimately we're going to put granite countertops throughout. Stainless steel appliances will be installed, and of course we put this industrial type lighting to kind of make a newer, more modern effect on the house. The floors, basically what we're going to do with all the floors here and any wet area is we're actually going to put tile that actually makes it look more modern. It's a bigger tile and it creates a much bigger space in the property.